civil court has issued a significant order regarding a petition related to the Shahi Jama Masjid in Sambhal, Uttar Pradesh. Acting on the petition filed by lawyer Vishnu Shankar Jain, the court directed a survey of the mosque and appointed senior advocate Ramesh Raghav as the advocate commissioner. According to Jain, the mosque was originally known as Sri Harihar Temple before being converted into a mosque in 1529 by order of Mughal Emperor Babur. He claims the site holds religious and cultural importance as it is linked to Sri Harihar Temple and Kalki Avatar. The case also involves other plaintiffs, including Parth Yadav, Vedpal Singh of Noida, and Mahant Rishi Rajgiri of Sambhal. The court instructed Advocate Commissioner Ramesh Raghav to survey the mosque to determine if remnants of an ancient temple exist beneath or around it. On Tuesday evening, the court appointed team, accompanied by Sambhal District Magistrate Dr. Rajendra Pansia, SP Krishna Kumar Vishnoi, and other officials, began the survey. The process, which was videographed, allowed only photographers and cameramen inside the disputed mosque. The survey report is set to be submitted to the court by November 29. Lawyer Vishnu Shankar Jain stated that the survey is proceeding as per the court's directive and will continue as planned. The Delhi High Court has granted significant relief to the former Union Minister P. Chidambaram and his son Karti Chidambaram by halting trial court proceedings in the Aircel Marxist Steel money laundering case. Justice Manoj Kumar Ohri issued a notice to the Enforcement Directorate and sought its response, with the next hearing scheduled for January 2025. P. Chidambaram and Karti had approached the High Court challenging the Rouse Avenue Court's decision to take cognizance of the charge sheet. Chidambaram's lawyer argued that this action was unlawful as it lacked the prosecution permission. However, the ED's counsel refuted the claim, stating that such permission was unnecessary since the allegations were unrelated to the accused's official duties. Notably, on March 23, 2022, the Rouse Avenue Court granted regular bail to both. The ED and CBI charge sheet also named several other accused in the case. The Madras High Court has directed the CBI to take over the investigation into the Kalakuruchi liquor tragedy in Tamil Nadu, where 67 people died after consuming illicit liquor. A bench comprising Justice D. Krishna Kumar and P.B. Balaji instructed the CBI to conduct a prompt investigation, with the CBCID ordered to cooperate by transferring the case files. The petitioners argued that the state government failed to prevent the sale and consumption of illicit liquor, attributing the tragedy to police and administrative lapses. They further noted that the methanol used in the liquor originated from Pondicherry, marking it an interstate issue warranting a CBI probe. However, the state's Advocate General opposed the CBI inquiry, asserting that the state had taken all necessary measures. He stated that the CBCID had completed its investigation, was prepared to file a charge sheet, and had already identified the methanol source. Former Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal has approached the Delhi High Court, seeking a stay on the trial court's prosecution against him in the alleged legal scam. He has challenged the trial court's decision to take cognizance of the Enforcement Directorate's complaint, arguing that mandatory approval was not obtained. The petition claims the trial court judge erred by taking cognizance of the offence under Section 3 of the PMLA Act without the required prior sanctions under Section 197(1) of the CRPC, necessary for prosecuting a public servant. Since Kejriwal was the CM at the time, this approval was essential but was allegedly not sought by the ED. Earlier, on November 12th, the Delhi High Court had sought the ED's response to a similar petition by Kejriwal challenging the ED summons. The Calcutta High Court granted conditional bail on Wednesday to suspended TMC leader Kuntal Ghosh in connection with the school job scam. Arrested by the ED in January 2023, Ghosh received bail from a single bench led by Justice Suvra Ghosh for the ED registered case. However, he remains in custody as his bail plea in a separate CBI case is still pending. As part of the bail conditions, Ghosh must surrender his passport and mobile number, refrain from changing his contact details, and attend all trial court hearings. The court also prohibited him from influencing witnesses. Ghosh is accused of collecting over rupees 19 crore in bribes of illegal appointment of teaching and non-teaching positions in government schools. The ED recently informed the court that significant deposits, including over rupees 1.5 crore, were made to his bank account following his arrest. Watch our special programs and share the videos to stay updated with daily court proceedings.